What if I told you that your Flashforge Creator 5 and the 5 Pro is capable of far more than what Flashforge allows? In this video, I'm going to show you how to jailbreak it, gain SSH access, and unlock features that are hidden from the stock firmware.
969 869.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to jailbreak the Flashforge Creator 5 and the 5 Pro. This process will give you SSH access to the printer, allowing you to dig much deeper into the system than what's possible with the stock firmware. Before we get started, I do want to mention that this is an advanced tutorial. While the procedure is fairly straightforward, you're modifying the printer in a way that Flashforge never intended. There's always a risk involved, so follow this guide at your own responsibility. Neither I nor the creators of this jailbreak can be held responsible if something goes wrong. If you've never done anything like this before, don't worry. I'll go through everything step by step, explain what's happening, and show you exactly what you need to do. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Before we begin, here's what you'll need. First, grab a USB flash drive. I recommend using a USB 2.0 drive if you have one available. Some USB 3.1 drives don't get detected properly by the printer during boot. So if the process doesn't work for the first time, switching to a USB 2.0 stick usually solves this problem. You'll also want to make sure your printer is connecting to your local network, either through Ethernet or Wi-Fi. We'll be connecting to it over SSH once the jailbreak is complete. Now, let's prepare the USB drive. Format the drive as FAT32. Once that's done, copy the run firmware exe.sh file directly to the root of the USB drive. Don't place it inside any folder. The file needs to be in the top level of the drive. With the USB prepared, power the printer completely off. Insert the USB drive into the printer, then turn the printer back on. The printer will appear to get stuck on the Flashforge boot logo. This is completely normal. The jailbreak script is running in the background, even though nothing appears to be happening on the screen. Leave the printer sitting on the boot logo for about 1 minute to make sure the script has enough time to finish. After a minute has passed, power the printer off again. Remove the USB drive, then power the printer back on normally. If everything went as expected, the jailbreak has now been installed. You can now connect to the printer over SSH using the following credentials. Before we continue with any additional modifications, there is one very important step that I highly recommend doing first. By default, the Flashforge Creator 5 automatically checks for firmware updates every time it boots if it has an internet connection. It will also contact the update servers whenever you manually check for update from the printer's menu. The problem is that installing an official firmware update can overwrite many of the changes we've just made, including your SSH access and other modifications. To prevent that from happening, we're going to block the printer from reaching Flashforge's update servers. For this, we'll use WinSCP, which makes it much easier to edit files on your printer. Open WinSCP and create a new connection using the same credentials we use for SSH. File protocol is SCP, hostname is your printer's IP address, port is 22, username is PWNED, password is letmein. Click Login. Once connected, navigate to the following folder. Inside that folder, locate the file named Hosts. Right-click the file name and choose Edit. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the file and add the following 3 lines. These entries redirect the Flashforge update servers back to the printer itself, preventing it from contacting the official firmware update servers. After adding the lines, simply save the file. WinSCP will automatically upload the modified file back to the printer. That's all there is to it. From this point on, the printer will no longer be able to download or check for official firmware updates, helping to protect your jailbreak and any future modifications you make. I highly recommend completing this step before making any further changes. It only takes a minute, but it can save you from accidentally losing all of your work if an official firmware update is ever installed. Now let's enable the built-in camera so it can be accessed through MJPEG Streamer. One of the biggest advantages of this modification is that it allows the camera to run at 720p resolution and 30 frames per second, providing a much smoother and higher quality video stream than the stock implementation. It also makes the camera available outside of the Flashforge interface, allowing it to be used with applications such as Mainsail, Fluid, Octa Everywhere, or any software that supports MJPEG streams. The first step is to copy the start_webcam.sh script into the following directory on the printer. You can simply drag and drop the file inside this folder using WinSCP. Once the file has been uploaded, we need to make it executable. So you have to open your SSH session and run. Next, we'll configure the printer to automatically start the webcam service every time it boots. Using WinSCP, navigate to and open the file app_startup.sh. Scroll down until you find the following line. Do not remove this line. Instead, insert the following code directly above it. Once you've added the new lines, save the file. As we've seen before, WinSCP will automatically upload the modified version back to the printer. Now reboot your printer. After the reboot, you'll most likely see an error message on the printer's touchscreen saying, "Failed to open camera." Don't worry, this is completely expected. The stock Flashforge software is trying to access the camera, but MJPEG Streamer has already taken control of it during startup. Since only one application can use the camera at a time, the stock software reports an error. This is actually a good sign. It means MJPEG Streamer is running successfully. To verify everything is working, open a web browser and navigate to your printer's IP address with 8080 as port. If everything has been configured correctly, you should now have a 720p 30 FPS MJPEG stream running from your printer. This provides a much smoother live view than the stock camera implementation. With SSH access working, let's enable Moonraker and Mainsail. These are already included on the printer, but they're disabled by default. By enabling them, you'll gain access to a modern web interface for controlling and monitoring your printer directly from your browser. We'll be making this change using WinSCP, since it's much easier than editing files directly from the command line. Just like I showed you before, log into your printer through WinSCP with your printer's IP address and the credentials we used. Once connected, navigate to /user/program/clipper folder. Locate the file named start.sh. Right-click the file and select Edit. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the file. You'll find these two lines. These services are currently disabled because each line starts with a hashtag, which comments it out. To enable them, simply remove the hashtag from the beginning of both lines so they look like this. Once you've made the changes, save the file. WinSCP will automatically upload the modified version back to the printer. Now reboot your printer. After the reboot has completed, both Moonraker and Mainsail should start automatically every time the printer boots. To verify this is working, open your web browser and navigate to your printer's IP address. If everything has been configured correctly, you should now see the Mainsail web interface. From here, you'll have access to printer controls, temperatures, movements, macros, console outputs, file management, and much more. And that's it. At this point, you've successfully jailbroken your Flashforge Creator 5 and the 5 Pro, enabled SSH access, protected it from automatic firmware updates, enabled Moonraker and Mainsail, and unlocked a much smoother 720p 30fps camera stream. From here, there is still a lot more you can do with the printer. If you're interested in taking things even further, I highly recommend joining Ano's Discord server. Ano is the person behind the jailbreak, and the community there is constantly discovering new tweaks, improvements, and features for the Creator 5. Some of the modifications you'll find there include adaptive bed meshing, slicer optimization and tuning, updating Moonraker, updating Mainsail, camera improvements, performance tweaks, and many other community developed enhancements. It's a great place to ask questions, share your own discoveries, and stay up to date with the latest developments for the Creator 5 and the Creator 5 Pro. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing. It really helps support the channel and lets me know you'd like to see more content like this. If you run into any issues during the process, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll do my best to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!